Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, May 12th, and today we will cover the Defiance weekly recap to see how all these different funds did, at least the higher yielders of Defiance. But before that, I just wanted to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that watch Retire on Dividends. Yeah, Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your day. And of course, thank you for watching. But look on the bottom. Who do we have here? We have a new fund called USOY or USOY. I guess we'll call it USOY. So basically, Defiance added another fund last week. It's similar to the top three, like QQQY and them, as in they sell puts. This one, it's going to sell puts on an oil type index, which I can look at. I can show you in a second. It sells puts on USO. The underlying for that is the United States Oil Fund. That one's looks like it's around $75. It's close to an all-time high. And it's got an implied volatility of about 24%. So that should bring in some decent options premium, especially if you're trading daily, which, yet to be seen. We'll see how it goes. And that's pretty much all the little data I have. So before we get into how the funds did for the week, I'll just show you, what we know about this fund here. So here's USOY from the Defiance website. They did change their website out. They did update their website a little bit. So you can see it's an actively managed ETF that seeks income while maintaining the opportunity for indirect exposure for the share price of USO, okay? And it says it uses an at-the-money or in-the-money put selling strategy to provide income and exposure to the price of USO. So as expected, net assets, 2.48 million, obviously brand new. Shares outstanding, 125,000. Expense ratio, just like the others, 0.99%. Current holdings, though, they don't have any transactions, so I guess they did not trade over the weekend. Maybe they closed out their trade and did not open anything else. Maybe they'll never trade over the weekend. I don't know. But again, it's a brand new fund, so it's hard to judge it already. They have, prospectus, all that. Here's the dates, which I believe, yes, is in line with the others. So for those of you that care about the dates, what else? Oh, so here's the summary prospectus. I just wanted to show you this. I'm not going to get too deep into this fund, but it's important to at least look at this part. So this is what they do. They're going to sell at the money strikes or in the money strikes. All right, and they're going to sell puts. And it says typically weekly or less, but may extend to 1 month expiration dates. Okay? So what that means is they could sell daily puts, they could sell weekly puts, or they could sell 1 month out. The fact that they say, but may extend to 1 month, they're probably not going to do monthly. It'll probably be weekly or less, but we shall see. Either way, this is a different type of fund, because it's like a different type of exposure. So it's what we call, I guess, diversification of high yield, which is good. I don't have any oil ETFs in my little basket here. I never invested in USOY. That's the other one. That one hasn't performed that well. But, I don't know if this one will, but we shall see. I'll track it and we'll see how it goes. I did not personally buy it yet, but I'm thinking about it. Here's this, it says they own U.S. Treasuries, obviously, because they don't own the underlying directly. They don't own USO directly. They're just going to have the collateral for the options that they sell in Treasuries, and they're just going to sell puts and cash settle on a daily basis. So that's all you really, need to know as far as that goes. If you're wondering what USO is, it's a United States oil fund. Here's their website. Basically, it says it's an exchange traded security whose shares may be purchased and sold on the New York Stock Exchange, blah, 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 blah. And then you can go to their holdings just to see, okay, what does USO hold? We saw their implied volatility is around 24%. So 100% in WTI crude oil. Okay. Futures, it looks like. WTI, one expires June 24th, July 24th, and some swaps and some cash, but whatever. It's oil. Just oil ETF, okay? The trade, selling puts on an oil ETF. That's the new fund, all right? So I just wanted to cover that before I begin so you guys are aware of the new fund. And again, I'll add it to my weekly tracker so we could see how they do. All right, let's get to the fun part. So how did QQQY do? We know their last payment was early May, ex-dividend date. And then how did they do since then? Well, let's see. They performed pretty well as we saw last week. And then this past week, right? 3 cents, 3 cents, 3 cents, 6 cents. They made money. They are up to 37 cents income for the month as of May 10th. So QQQY, they are back to making money. Total return, 7.94%. So if you look since ex-dividend date, yeah, they may have lost money on ex-dividend date. But after that, they lost 7 cents on ex-dividend date. They've made 9 cents, 12 cents, 8 cents. And then last week, every day, every single day, it looks like was a win. I don't know why it shows 4 days. But whatever. They won every single day. So that's good. And like we said, 37 cents per share. All right, 37 cents per share as of May 10th. So we have a lot more days to go, which of course it could ruin it or it could boost us up even higher. And we can make possibly, I don't want to jinx anything, but possibly more income than what we pay. That's really what we're hoping for. We're all hoping for that. I know it's hard to imagine because we haven't been performing that well, but it looks like it could be a possibility. It's nice to see things turn around. All right, here's JEPY, ex-dividend date. They lost 4 cents as well. But since ex-dividend date, this is day by day, 9 cents gain, 11 cent gain, 6 cent gain, 3 cent gain, 2 cent gain, 3 cents gain, 5 cents gain. They have made 35 cents, so far per share, Basically, what do I do? How do I calculate that? It's simple. It's just the trade price, current trade price minus the trade price as of ex-dividend date, right? And why does that matter? Well, it's the net asset value of the fund divided by outstanding shares. So that's basically how much they're making. I know it's not this simple, but I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible. But this is what I'm showing. It's gone up in trade price, which is the amount it goes up, basically value per share. Total return, they are up 8.31%. So that's really good too. So again, nothing but good stuff so far. I'd love to bring good news on this fund finally. It's been a little bit of a rough patch, we'll say. All right, ex-dividend date on IWMY. They're the only ones, it looks like, that actually won on ex-dividend date. They made 7 cents. And then let's go down the line. They made 15, 13, 9, 8. Oh, they had a loss last week. They lost 6 cents. They gained it right back. And then they lost it again. That's okay, though. They're at 46 cents for the month. Again, really, really good to see. Really good to see. Total return, they are up 10.6%. And again, my total return calculation does not include as if they, reinvested the dividends. This only shows as if you've received these dividends, aka distributions in cash. So obviously, if you calculated the total return based on dividend reinvestment, that number will be higher. All right, let's move on. TRES. Could TRES do well? Ex-dividend date, they lost money. Then they lost 3 cents. Then they lost 12 cents. And then they gained 3 cents. Okay, so heading into last week, they were down 17 cents. And then they lost, looks like they were flat, lost a penny, gained a penny. and then they gained 6 cents. So they're at, I mean, it's progress from last week, but they're still down 11 cents per share. Total return, they're down 10.99%. Again, I don't even know if I should be covering this fund because they have just been bad. There's just no way around it. It's just not good. I mean, yikes. Sorry, guys, if you own it, but I don't know. It's just, hopefully things turn around. All right, how about SPYT? So this is SPYT. How have they been doing since their ex-dividend date? On ex-dividend date, SPYT lost a penny, and then since then, they gained 8 cents, 23 cents, okay? Last week, they gained 4 cents, 1 cent, 6 cents, 5 cents. So all winners last week, and they have gained 63 cents so far. 63 cents for the month so far. Look at their dividend, 32 cents. That's what they pay around. So they made almost double what they need to pay, probably. I mean, obviously, as the price goes up, the yield will, produce a higher dividend. But you get what I'm saying, man. SPYT is doing really good. I'll say the best of the bunch. Total return, they flipped green. That's good. They're up 1.47%. So that's really good. But with something yielding 20%, I want a little capital return, and obviously I want the 20% dividend. So right now, that's very little capital return, but hopefully it gets better in time. But yeah, SPYT is doing pretty good. All right, welcome to the party, USOY. So USOY is here. They launched. I believe they launched May 9th, but of course the formula never works on launch day. So the first price will show as of May 10th, and I'm showing it was $19.94. So going forward, we will track this the same way we track the others on a daily basis and see how it does. Again, it's good to have the different index exposures. However, these funds are super, super risky. So again, this is diversification of super risky high yield funds. So if you're okay with that, then this fund may be good for you. And we'll see how oil, again, is oil volatile enough to produce a high enough premium? And is it not as volatile that you'll lose money every week? Who knows? We'll see. But to be honest, yes, I'm probably going to buy into these funds and probably going to make it, a similar allocation just like the others. Obviously, it's hard to catch up to the other funds because I put so much money into them. And I'm going to, the way I buy now is little by little, right? Like this, $200 a pop, 10 shares. 10 shares, 10 shares, 10 shares, Not only because that's all the money I have, but also because I like to dollar cost average in. If I make a large purchase, then again, there's no telling where the price is going to go. So if I make the large purchase, say I have 100 shares, and then I start buying 10, 10, 10, it's going to take me forever if I need to average down. But if I buy 10 as it goes down, then obviously my cost basis will always be, a pretty good number. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, I'll add it to this summary sheet. I didn't get to add it yet, but we're far from the next distribution, so nothing to really talk about there. Here's for the Monday recap. So yeah, so we got more funds. We got 6 funds to cover now. Obviously, the largest fund is QQQY by net asset value wise, 248 million. Next is IWMY, 157 million. And then JEPY, 128 million. SPYT still lingering around the 11 million mark. Again, when I spoke to Sylvia, she mentioned, I think if this hits 30 or 40 million, then the other ones will come out, like QQQT and them. Those are the other index versions of the SPYT. Because obviously, it makes sense. If there's not enough interest in the one fund they put out, what makes them think there's going to be interest in the others? However, honestly, QQQT, it would probably perform better. It's probably a little more popular than the SPYT because I know people love the Qs, especially because it's a little more volatile. So if SPYT does hit 30, 40 million, then there's probably no doubt QQQT would. TRES is at 3 million. USOY is at 2.4. USOY will probably pass them by next week, to be honest. Because TRES, again, I don't want to keep knocking TRES, but it's probably on its last limbs here. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe people love it. Maybe I'm just I'm like a hater. But I don't know. It just hasn't been doing good. The fund doesn't seem to be growing interest-wise, so time will tell. All right, so QQQY, JEPY, and IWMY. I have the strikes there. They're all in the money by about 0.2% heading into Monday. So we'll see how they do. Obviously, again, QQQY, JEPY, IWMY, and now USOY, they sell puts that will be in the money. Says it could be at the money, but it's probably just going to be in the money a little bit, approximately about 0.2%. So best case scenario, you're typically bullish. You want the stock to go up. It could stay flat too, and you'll make money. But typically you want it to go a little up, all right? So you can capture at least most of the premium, if not all. And if you could do that on a daily basis, you can make a massive killing. You can make some really, really good money. However, the downside is the downside, the full downside. Plus the premium earned, of course, but that is the risk. The other risk is the upside. If it goes up too much, then we cannot capture too much of that. So I don't know. I just wanted to give a quick summary, an update of the Defiance funds, but I'm happy to report it's a very, very good week last week, and I hope to see more of those, weeks like that, which, it may happen. It may not. Time will tell, but, we'll see. All right, guys, thank you for watching. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So if you had fun and were entertained, then hit the like button, right? I know it sucks hearing that. It's annoying hearing that, but just please hit it, and then it'll help the channel. And then I'll continue and make updates as I can. But yeah, again, happy Mother's Day to the mothers watching. If you're not a mother, say happy Mother's Day to your mother or someone's mother, right? It's Mother's Day. They work hard. It's not an easy job, believe me. It is not an easy job. These kids are crazy. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. The key word today is happy Mother's Day. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you next week. Later.